Okay. Hey everybody, this is going to be a quick something new kind of video for us, and this is Tom and Andy. What's going on, bro?
Hello. Hello, Thomas.
Hello, Andy. Well, we usually don't dabble in rumor or
No,
speculations. We try to keep as factual as possible with this show that we do. But every once in a while, something comes up that piques our interest, and something we got something today from our man behind the curtain. We won't
the
say
yeah,
who.
the one who
Yeah,
the one who scrolls forums all day for a living.
yeah.
God, I want his job.
He texts us a little something that's interesting. We thought maybe we'll talk about it for about 10 minutes. See what you guys think in the
Gotta
comment section.
gotta talk about it. There has been no McCartney news as of late, so even a little
The
cookie
McCartney
like
camp,
this, yeah,
yes,
no,
McCartney camp has been quiet, right? No,
very
uh,
quiet.
very quiet. No archive release as of yet. I mean,
No,
I don't think
nothing.
we're gonna. I don't think we're gonna get one this year. I mean, if it's
Nope.
not announced by mid-November or early November, that's it. We're not gonna
Nah,
get one.
no, it ain't happening.
But
So it's
right,
very
so
quiet, and we have some new, so there possibly, so we see, could
so we
be
see.
an
Yes,
album in the works for 2023, a new studio album potentially.
is right. Is McCartney working on a new studio album? Well, that would be that would explain a few things, right? I mean, the camp is really quiet. No talk of anything else. I mean, even though look back in 2018, right? We got Egypt Station, and we still got what Wildlife and Red Rose Speedway 2 months later. But that doesn't mean anything. But the fact is that it's been quiet, and I know he loves spending time with his family. But when the man has a lot of time on his hands, what does he do? You
Right.
know, he
So shall
writes,
I
and
shall I
hopefully,
read shall I read the rumor?
yes, please go ahead.
An apparent valid source has let out a whisper that McCartney has been recording a new album, um, a studio full with security on doors so it's not leaked. The album is believed to be released in early 2023 and sees McCartney, quote, going back to old roots, end quote. He will also apparently have a tour to celebrate the album's release. So,
Hmm.
hmm,
Now, this would be great. I mean, what, 3 albums in like 6.5, 7 years? We haven't seen this much production since since the '80s,
since the 80s.
since the early '80s, really.
Right.
you know,
Because the
but
90s, you
this
only had two studio albums.
right.
Now,
Well, and a
you know,
bunch of other projects
yeah,
in
other
there as well.
projects, but bona
You
fide
know,
albums.
but this is what I think. Like '95, right, with the anthology, right?
Oh, I know
And
where you're.
now
Okay, I get where you're going to go
and
with it.
now with the Get Back documentary, I think this has inspired him to maybe, and
The
as it
Back to
says, going
Roots.
back to roots type thing, right? Now
Yeah.
there was a second paragraph if you want to handle the one thing that's really curious with the songwriting credit thing.
Yeah. So the post goes on to see, and again, this is not anything official. This is just a post that we saw.
Right.
Actually, that was sent to us. Um, then the person said that they saw that someone had posted that the new songs slash unrecognized, written, composed by McCartney or co-written with Lennon and Harrison have been made official now with this, and the statement about an album going back to his old roots has grabbed the attention. So, are we saying that he's throwing co-writes on there with Lennon and Harrison on this album?
Possibly. I mean, and what's the song they didn't finish during
Now
the
and then,
anthology? Now and
now and
then,
then. And he
is
has
this
always sworn to finish that song. If you watch the ELO documentary on Jeff Lynne, he's like, I'm going
right?
to grab Ringo and finish that song. You know, Paul, he will want to finish something. If there's something out there, he'll finish it. He will.
Right. So that being said, I mean, is that going to be? I mean, is that a possibility? I mean, anything's possible, right?
Anything's possible.
Anything's possible. So let's hope that this, by going back to his roots, meaning that the Get Back documentary inspired
Inspired him.
him to write some new tracks. So what is going back to his roots mean to you though, Andy?
Going back to his roots to me, I go back to McCartney when I hear that. Going back to his roots is simplifying things, homespun affair, lo-fi. Recorded at home, a lot of acoustic stuff, maybe a piano's like nothing too produced. When I hear going back to roots, I don't think Beatle roots. I think
You don't think Beatle roots? Okay, and that's the thing is I was curious about is he going back to early McCartney roots, or are we talking Beatle roots? With
right, which
this with
is
the
it?
whole Get Back thing.
Right,
Right,
if Get Back is inspiring him to go back to his roots, maybe because in Get Back they played so many songs from the
right,
50s that
right.
they just improved and just jammed on. Maybe he is going back to 50s Paul. Maybe he's going back to his youth. It could be. Wishful thinking says I hope he's going back to his solo roots, but it's
Right.
probably the roots of the songs that drew the inspiration, which became much of the Get Back material, which was all that all those 50s songs that they jammed and demoed in
Right.
January of '69. So Get Back being possibly the inspiration, and watching that footage and seeing, hey, we did that, we jammed on this, we jammed on that.
Hmm.
Maybe that's what he's thinking.
So by going back, then maybe hopefully original material in that style. I don't know. Hopefully not, covers. I don't think we need another covers album, right? Let's just hopefully this getting back to the roots, meaning recording style, like you say, maybe a lo-fi homespun type thing, or maybe even going back to his 4-track recorder, right? Recorded.
Go back to the 4-track Studer plug-in
Yeah,
and just,
look at right.
Uyu. More
But
guitar.
anyways,
Yeah.
so now the question then is: does he produce himself? Does he, wishful thinking? Does he get a producer? Does he get that producer? Do we look maybe like a Rick Rubin, who is renowned for taking artists back to their roots? I mean, you look at Johnny Cash, you look at Neil Diamond, what he did with Neil Diamond, going back to his like earlier roots and whatnot. So again, all speculation, all rumor. This doesn't necessarily mean that this is going to happen,
Doesn't
but
mean anything. It's
yeah,
the only cookie of information that's been out there
it's,
in the McCartney
and
camp in
right,
months,
right,
and
and
we
that's
felt
it.
we
And then
should just
speaking of
talk about it.
yeah, just talk about. And speaking of cookie, um, we've been reading something,
Yeah.
and we really want you guys to help support Adrian Allen. Adrian Sinclair and Alan Kozin. And if you haven't pre-ordered the McCartney Legacy book yet, head over to Amazon, wherever books are sold. Type in the McCartney Legacy and please pre-order this book, because I'm telling you right now, you are going to love what's in this book. I'm in chapter 8 right now. This is right in the middle of
Yep.
the RAM sessions,
Oh, you
and
caught up, slacker.
wow.
Because you were only on chapter.
Yeah, I was only at chapter 5 2 days ago,
Yeah,
but yeah, I caught up.
it's a page turner.
It
Yes,
absolutely is.
were we given an early advanced digital copy? Yes, we were.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
and we were very, very appreciative of the publisher for that. And we are reviewing it, and we're getting ready to hopefully finish it, and we will have them on a future
Yep.
installment of Two Legs at some point to discuss the book proper. And other than the announcement of this book, that's really the biggest McCartney news that's been in the last quarter of this year, really.
Correct. And usually it's the fourth quarter where it's the last few years has been huge for McCartney. So yeah. So again, leave in your comments. What do you think? I mean, is this the time is right for
It's
McCartney
on.
to
Yeah, so
record a new
the
album?
post we saw that was sent to us was on the Hoffman Forum, and I'm sure some of
Yeah.
you out there are on there. I've been on there periodically for a decade or so. I don't post it much, but
Right.
some people go on there, and there are some people that are well connected on there that leak
Correct.
information. So
Correct.
early track listings of things, and 9
Right.
times out of 10 ends up becoming true. We're not saying that
Hmm.
this is, but it's just something just to consider. What do you, let us know what you think. I mean, would it surprise? I don't think it would surprise anybody if
No.
Paul McCartney were to drop a new album again in 6 months from now or whenever.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
Early 2023. Yeah. Time's right. We're ready.
And give us
So
those half speed masters of Red Rose Speedway and Ben on the Run, please.
been a run. Absolutely. Absolutely.
We all
Next
need
year's the
a
50th anniversary.
Right.
Yep.
We all need a 12th copy. Come on.
Right. Anyways, okay, everybody. Again, leave in the comments. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. It helps. We appreciate everybody out there that listens to the show. Let us know what you think, and we will be talking to you soon. Take care, everyone.
Take care, and if I don't see you through the week, I'll see you through the window, as Paul says.